Here's the quote from Larry Fink. We're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equity to bonds across the board. What Larry Fink is saying is that everything will be tokenized, and Ondo is playing a key role in that tokenization process. On today's video, we're gonna dive into some of the recent updates and finish the video off with some price action analysis, and we'll put out a nice price prediction of what I think could happen by the end of the year. So watch this clip from Larry Fink.
I do believe we're just at the beginning of the tokenization of all assets, from real estate to equities to bonds across the board. There's $4.1 trillion of money sitting globally in digital wallets. A lot of that money is outside the United States. If we could tokenize an ETF, digitize that ETF, we could have investors who are just beginning to, invest in markets through, let's say, crypto. They're investing in it, but now we could get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look at that as the next wave of opportunity for BlackRock over the next tens of years.
All right, you heard it from the man himself, the CEO and founder of BlackRock. He has a vision, y'all. He has a vision. It's a vision of a more open, efficient, and accessible markets already being realized through Ondo's tokenized U.S. Treasuries, stocks, and ETF. The next era of finance isn't coming, it's already here. So I like what he's saying. Now, the on-chain era has arrived. This is from Ondo Finance. Since the start of 2023, Ondo's tokenized products have attracted $1.8 billion in assets under management across nearly 30,000 holders. And remember, BlackRock is pushing and behind Ondo Finance. The reason Larry Fink wants these assets tokenized is because he benefits. Let's keep it real. And 2 years ago, when they launched the IBIT ETF, which is the Bitcoin spot ETF, it was at zero. Now it's hundreds of billions of dollars. So they know how to make it work, right? And the tokenizing capital markets represents a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity, and Ondo is building the infrastructure to capture it. Remember, they got tokenized stocks, they got tokenized treasuries. The United States needs that. Now, this is an important video from former TD Ameritrade chairman and CEO and of the Nexus executive advisor, Joe Maglia, right? He says Wall Street 2.0 is being built on Ethereum. 5 years from now, there's not going to be a stock option mutual fund or ETF that isn't in effect tokenized. So former CEO of TD Ameritrade, watch what he says.
So if you think about where the future is, 5 years from now, there's not going to be a stock, there's not going to be an option, there's not going to be a mutual fund, ETF, anything that's not in effect tokenized. Stablecoins. 5 years ago, nobody heard about stablecoins. Today, we've got about $280 billion market, and Secretary Bessent had said that two years from now, we'll probably have a $2 trillion market. Ethereum is about 60% of that. So Ethereum's got its own blockchain, and it's got programmable smart contracts that in effect can do really complex financial institutional type transactions, especially overseas, that can be done almost instantaneously today, and that's going to be the way of the future. So 5 years from now, the market that we know it today, the exchanges, 24/7 markets and settlement, et cetera, that's going to be the way of the future, and I'm not sure traditional finance has necessarily quite accepted that yet.
5 years ago, people didn't even know what a stable coin was. Now look what stable coins are doing. We even have the Genius Act that just got passed that is pushing and pushing and pushing more adoption. All the companies are looking at it. We even talked about on this channel how PayPal even dropped a stable coin. Might I say less, Ondo is sitting right in the middle of all of this. Now let's get to the price action. I have the weekly chart pulled up on Ondo. Let's start with one of these peaks right here. So we have the weekly chart. This is the peak again in December of 2024 during or after the announcement of the inauguration of Trump, right? So you get the downtrend, okay? This downtrend has been broken as of September, and via the Trump tariff tweet, we got a wick back down. So let's draw a line right here and identify our bottom, and we'll do with this wick. And you see how it corresponds with November of 2024 when you get across here and it goes crazy. So let's talk about what we're looking for. We're looking for Ondo to break back out of this trend line, right? Any price works for me. Just get out the trend line, and then we have our next base of liquidity, right? And that next base of liquidity is all in here. So to get out of that base of liquidity, we got to break out this trend line and then recapture $1. Markets and investors in general like whole numbers. They like numbers that are easily identifiable. For this case, Ondo being at the time of this video 76 cents, $1 is where it needs to go. It needs to get out of that zone and get above $1. Then we back in action, y'all. We are back in action. And then if we get the ingredients right for the nice bull market, I easily see that Ondo should be able to make a new high by end of the year, and that is $2.14. And rather, you would want to see $2.15. And listen, from here to here is only 100% gain. But my real opinion on Ondo is much higher, y'all. It is much higher. I am seeing from here more like, where was it at? I had it. I got it. 350. I'm looking for 350. So a 350 Ondo. And if we're looking at it from breaking the $1, that's at least a 230% gain. Why did I come up with this number? Because the next level after the 240 is around the 340, right? And we want numbers that are easily recognizable, easily to be seen. So that's around 340, 350, if again, all goes well. But to focus on the current moment, $1 is our target. $2.15 is our all-time high. Then you got the 240 here, and then $3 after that. And again, there's a potential for Ondo, if they do this right, if the bull market's right, the liquidity's right, we get the Fed cuts, we got Larry Fink pushing these products out to the world. Parabolic is the name of the game. Until then, y'all, make sure that y'all tap in with these video updates, these technical analysis, these informationals, and let me know what y'all think about the price prediction, the information, and what video I should create next. Until the next time, y'all. Peace.
Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.